As trouble brews on the space trading colony of Iceworld, the Doctor and Mel encounter their sometimes ally, Zebulon Glitz, and a new friend who goes by Ace. Welcome, friends and companions. Friends and companions, enemies. Oh, no, I don't think I have enemies, but also welcome. Sci-Fi and fancy fans meet on this channel for fun chats about their beloved books, movies, series, and franchises. We also talk about food and drinks, music, and sports. We don't do religion or politics because that's not entertainment. We're not of the serious business. We are of the funny things of life. And that's, we don't do speculations on this channel. We have an open approach about things, and we don't color all things black. So, variety of colors. Yes, Doctor Who is full of colors. It's a very good sci-fi. So this channel is a special place for Doctor Who, a special place in my heart also. And I try to watch Doctor Who every day. I have other favorites and interests, but for Doctor Who, the case is this: I watch many every day as possible. And actually, my goal is every year that I do all the episodes of Doctor Who in 1 year. So I want to be always in my mind with Doctor Who in the universe, and especially it's a universe, a multiverse, you call it. So this is a proposal. But if you want that we talk about other things, you can contact me. That's a thing I want to discuss next. But why is this channel called Random? Now, Random because we will discuss everything that involves entertainment, including movies and series, books, and music. I'm a huge music lover, and in the future, about April, May, I will also do some streams, live streams about music, about different genres and styles, decades. So, if you want to join me, feel free. So, but regular and on a regular basis, we have the Doctor Who live streams, and again and again and again. Random, cause we will broadcast on non-fixed times, actually on many different times. Doctor Who is not also not chronological in some way because in one time he is in 1647 and another times he is in the six is he is in the year 2022, for example. So yes, that's the fact. That's not. I'm not a regular broadcasting live streams. And one time I do it on Wednesday, another time I do it Sunday, another time on Tuesday, so on and so on. So you must subscribe to this channel to know what the time the broadcast is, and you can actually we all live in different time zone on the same time zone. I don't know, so that it also depends on that. Random also because we have no guests or different guests. It depends who wants to join me in the live stream panel. If you want to join me in a live stream, feel free to contact me via Discord or YouTube and we will look at what is possible. The Discord server is called Random Entertainment Channel. What a surprise. Tag Doctor Who. Will find me because I regularly bump the server, so I am most of the time I am in one of the highest ranked servers because I bump my server regular. So if you want to join me in the server, we can also talk before, during the live streams, or after the live stream. So my server is ready for you, and you can contact me via the server. You can find me there, and you can DM me, and you can contact me if you want to have interest in to join me in the panel as a panelist. And actually, you can also put your ideas for live streams, topics. You can also contact me for that because if you want to talk about your favorite franchise or your favorite food or about your favorite, you can call me or you can DM me. Yes. So that's everything you want to. You must must know about this channel, how things work. So what the rest is. Cheers, mate, and have lots of fun. Your host, Enigmatic Joker. That's my name. So, what's your name? Okay, today. Oh no, that's not. That's the was what that was. No, no. Okay, today we have the Seventh Doctor story, Sylvester McCoy. It is called Dragonfire. Seventh Doctor story, Dragonfire. Yes, and I will first I explain how the live stream is built up in some components. First, I will discuss some general info. Then I will dive into the plot, and when will begin, and we'll start with the. Is it begin or start? By the way, start or begin is the same. Whatever. When I will talk about the plot, I will give a spoiler alert because if you haven't watched this story, this three parter, I highly recommend you to watch and enjoy this story first. So that is when I will start with the plot. Okay, after the plot, I will do. I will name some cast members. After that, I will do some world building. And after that, I will do some story notes. And then at last, I will do the continuity because Doctor Who. There are some future episodes who refer to this episode, and there are also past link to the links to this. Because yeah, the whole universe is a complex thing, but also related to each other, all the stories. So that's how this live stream is built up. Now we go to the general info. Okay, there we go. As I was saying, this is the seventh Doctor story. So Dragonfire was the fourth and final serial of season 24 of Doctor Who. It marked the departure of companion Melanie Bush, the return and final appearance of Sebulon Glitz, and featured the debut of Sophie Elvers as Ace. This marks the final time in the classic series that the Doctor replaces his companion, ironically bringing the main cast formula back to what it started as, the Doctor traveling with a teenage girl displaced from her home. So, that's the foundation of this live stream. Now we will go into the plot. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched this story yet, this three-parter, I highly recommend you to watch it first and then you can continue to listen to this whole thing. Okay, part one. Ice World is a space trading colony on the dark side of the planet Spartus, controlled by the callous and vindictive king. He buys supporters and employees and makes them wear his mark iced into their flesh. King's body is so cold that one touch from him can kill. In his lair is a vast cryogenic section. Mercenaries and others are frozen and stored, losing their memories to become an unquestioning army. Kane stays there when he needs to cool down. There's also an aged sculptor carving a statue from the ice. The TARDIS arrives in a refrigeration sales section. The Seventh Doctor and Melanie Bush meet their roguish acquaintance Sebulon Glips. He owes Kane a serious amount of money, and if he doesn't return his debt soon, he loses his ship. Glitz has come to look for a treasure guarded by a dragon in the icy caverns beyond Iceworld. Glitz has a map he won in a game of cards. Kane wanted him to have the map because he wishes to use Glitz in his own search for the treasure. The map has a tracking device in its seal. Kane has Glitz's ship, the Nosferatu, which he already destroyed. Not knowing he is being used, Glitz goes off with the doctor in tow. Glitz won't allow women on the expedition, so Mel stays with a waitress they have met, called Ace. Ace becomes irritated at the customer's complaints and pours a milkshake on her head, prompting her to be fired. Mel and Ace return to Ace lodgings. Mel is stunned to hear Ace is a human from late 20th century Earth who only arrived on Iceworld when a chemistry experiment caused a time storm in her bedroom. Ace takes security matters into her own hands and blows up an ice block, previously causing an ice jam. Officer Bellis promptly arrives to deal with the matter and finding Ace and Mel present, arrests them. They are interrogated by Kane and Ace is offered a place at Kane's side. As Ace seems to consider the offer before using Nitro 9 to create an explosion as a distraction, allowing the pair to escape. As they run down the corridors, they encounter the frightening creature, the dragon. The doctor, separated from Glitz, climbs over a parapet. He loses his grip and hangs from the railing, holding into his umbrella as he slowly slips down its length. End of part 1. Part 2. The dragon shoots laser beams at Mel and Ace. Realizing that the quote-unquote dragon is nothing of the sort, they flee. Glitz arrives and helps the doctor to the bottom of the chasm. Glitz wants to head for his ship and gives the map to the doctor, and Kane overhears them. Some of Kane's staff are not happy. Once they have taken his coin, they are his life. They are for his life. Officer Bellis was naive in her belief that Kane would not use her. She is keen to escape and arranges for the Nosferatu not to be destroyed, hoping to use the craft to escape from Iceworld. When this fails, she tries to persuade Officer Krassauer to help her overthrow Kane. Their attempt to raise the temperature in his chambers and kill him fails. Kane kills them both before killing the ice sculptor who has finished a statue of a woman called Xana, declaring that only he is to be allowed to be at witness to her magnificence. In the ice caverns, the Doctor and Glitz find the treasureless dragon. It is a biped that fires lasers from its eyes. Mel and Ace have ventured into the caverns too. They meet their allies and are defeated by the dragon, which guns down Kane's cryogenically altered soldiers sent to kill them. The dragon takes them to a room in the ice. It is some sort of control area. And there's a pre-recorded hologram message. It explains Kane is half of the Kane Xana criminal gang from the planet Proamon. And when his security forces caught up with them, Xana killed herself to avoid arrest. Kane was captured and exiled to the cold, dark side of Spartos. It seems Iceworld is a huge spacecraft, and his treasure is a crystal inside the head of the quote-unquote dragon. It's the key Kane needs to activate the ship and end his exile. The dragon is both Kane's jailer and his chance of freedom. Kane hears all through the device on the map and declares his victory to be imminent. End of part 2. Part 3. Kane sends his security forces to the ice caverns to bring him the dragon's head, offering vast rewards for bravery. He orders his army to cause chaos in the ice world shops, driving the customers toward the docked Nosferatu. When Nosferatu takes off, Kane blows it up. The only survivors are a young girl, Stellar, and her mother, who have become separated. Shortly afterwards, two of Kane's troopers manage to kill the quote-unquote dragon and remove its head, but are killed themselves by an energy discharge from the crystal. The Doctor has realized that Kane has been a prisoner on Svartos for millennia. He retrieves the crystal from the dragon. Kane uses a comms system to make a deal with the Doctor. He has captured Ace, but is willing to trade her for the Dragonfire. The Doctor, Glitz, and Mel go to Kane's private chambers for the exchange. Kane rises to the Doctor's taunts, but still powers up Icewood as a spacecraft. It rises from the surface of Svartos. However, when Kane tries to set course for Promon to exact his revenge, he realizes he has been a prisoner so long the planet no longer exists. In despair, he opens a screen in his ship, lets in sunrise rays, which melt him. Glitz claims Iceworld as his own spacecraft, the Nosferatu 2. Mel decides to stay with him to keep him out of trouble and tells the Doctor that Ace doesn't wish to return home. He promises to take her home to Perryville via the quote-unquote scenic route. Stellar comes across the Stardust and approaches it just before her mother finds her and gives her telling off for wandering off, telling Stellar to follow her. Stellar pauses for a moment and watches as the Stardust dematerializes the sight of Mates, which makes her giggle. And that's, my fellow Wolvians, is the end of this story. Now I will name some cast members. First of all, the Doctor played by Sylvester McCoy, the seventh Doctor. Mel played by Bonnie Langford. Ace played by Sophie Aldrich. Sebulum Blitz played by Tony Selby. And Kane played by Edward Peel. These are also some actors. Okay, we now are going to the world building. About astronomical objects. It takes more than 15 years for a star to go supernova and turn into a neutron star. Astronomical fact. In relation to locations, there are ice gardens below Iceworld, and Kane offers Ace the 12 galaxies if she will join him. Now world building in relation to species. An individual resembling an Argolin can be seen on Iceworld. And then last thing, some points about influence. Kane was named after Citizen Kane, with Ixalan named after his ex-state Xanadu. Second thing is Bazin was named after French critic André Bazin. Third thing is McLuhan was named after Canadian mass meteorist Herbert Marshall McLuhan. The Ice World Cafe was inspired by Mos Eisley Cantina from Star Wars. Other thing is the idea of holographic message from the dead was inspired by Jor-El's hologram in Superman, the movie. If you all know him. Kane's ship is named after Nosferatu. And there are several references to the Alien franchise. The Alien franchise is with that woman, Ellen Ripley. I have watched all those movies, by the way. Oh, also the Predator. It's very recommendable. So there are also several references to Alien franchises. There are actually 4 Alien and also some crossovers. So this is a very big franchise. The second installment of which has been released at a year before this episode was first shown. For example, the xenomorph Ike appearance of the dragon and the dragon being hunted through corridors by soldiers with large guns and motion detectors before it ambushes them. And then another thing, King's death was inspired by the climax of Raiders of the Lost Ark. That is with Indiana Jones. Also, watched all the movies of this Indiana Jones from played by what's his name? Oh, no, 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 no. It's not possible that I forgot his name, the main actor. Okay, I'll think about it. I will mention him further, I think. Um, Funnily enough, one of the actors considered for Kane was Ronald Lacey, who played Major Toad in the film. Oh, the actor was, by the way, I now remember now. Harrison Ford, of course. Indiana Jones, and also Harrison Ford is also known by the Star Wars franchise. Yeah. So the Doctor's dialogue in Mel's departure was inspired by Doctor Manhattan non-linear experience of time in Watchmen. So this is also something things in world building. Good. Some we'll pick some story notes. Sarah Griffith's character Ray from the previous serial Delta and the Bannerman was initially predicted to have replaced Bonnie Lanford as a regular companion. However, the role went to Sophie Aldred's character Ace in this serial instead. Um, the Radiant Times welcome listing for part 1 was accompanied by a black and white head and shoulders publicity shot of the Doctor and Melanie, with a new computer generated Doctor Who logo superimposed in the bottom left hand corner, bearing the accompanying caption After 24 years, the TARDIS clocks its 150th adventure and 670th episode with Sylvester McCoy and Bonnie Langford. BBC One, 7:35 p.m. Doctor Who. Another thing is um, another. Although Ace is 16, the actress Sophie Eldred, who played her, was nearly 10 years older at the time. And also on story note is that in Asian mythology, dragons' heads are said to contain a jewel which is commonly connected to their ability to fly. This is similar to the dragon in Dragonfire. So, well, by the way, quote unquote, dragon. In Dragonfire, quote unquote, having a valuable gem in its head that can grant Kane the power of flight, or quote unquote, is escape. This is also the second story in a row to feature a full vehicle exploding, killing everyone on it. In Delta and Bannerman, it was a bus. In this, it's Klit's ship, the Nosferatu. Also, Ace Snow wears various space shuttle mission patches on her black bomber jackets. As fire characteristics for this character. By the way, in the late episodes, Ace also wears this black bomber jacket many years later. So this is very interesting to see all these years that Sophie Aldred, who plays Ace, still wears this black bomber jacket with space shuttle mission patches. So very cool bomber jacket, by the way. I want that. I want that bomber jackets. Wow. Yeah. Oh, by the way, also it's also nice. I have an idea now. I want to do a live stream about the different costumes because yeah, every doctor has some interesting costumes, but as he combine all these outfits, you have a very wonderful thing. Yeah, perfect. Okay, this idea I will note it, and then yeah, perfect. Yeah, so I mentioned there's also several reference to Alien franchise. Also with Dragon thing. So the another thing is the melting of Cain. I had seen that earlier before. It is reminiscent of the melting of the villain in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Kane's death scene was filmed using a wax bust of the actor's face, which was melted down in front of a recording camera, with the footage later sped up for incorporation in the episode. In the scene where Kane's bust melts, there is a notable absence of red to tone his demise down from a family audience. The color red has been used to mimic blood when this technique is applied to show a character melting in film production, such as that of Toad in Raiders of Lost Ark. Well, another story note is that it was the first televised story since the Invasion of Time, where a companion left the Doctor at the end of a season. And the first story since Logopolis, where one joined the Doctor in a season finale. Uh, Other story note is that of a fan related thing is that this story was chosen by fans to represent the Sylvester McCoy era to be rebroadcast for Doctor Who at 40. This serial is the last appearance of the TARDIS interior until TV, the greatest show in the galaxy. One thing is that the Doctor going to pet an alien that bites at him was ad-libbed by Sylvester McCoy. Another story note is that the wistful speech the Doctor delivers when Mel announces that she's leaving to travel the universe with Sklits was the audition speech that Sylvester McCoy was given when trying out for the role. And when it became clear that this was not going to be Mel's last episode, he insisted that they use that. It was written by Andrew Cartmel. Another thing is that originally Ace chose to join Kane as a mercenary, which is sovereign becoming permanently imprinted on her palm. Ace then rebelled only when ordered to kill Mel. However, these developments were felt to be too similar to Bella's arc. She also had a stuffed duck named Wayne. There are also a pair of scenes in which Glitch accidentally triggers a trap in the corridors beneath Icewood and must be rescued by the Doctor, but removed from the script for time. The script originally featured the seven Doctors straight of mixing up the proverbs. John Nathan Turner and Andrew Cartmel had decided to tone down some of the more overtly comical aspects of the new Doctor's personality, so they were removed. In the alternative versions, she wasn't a new companion. Ace went off with Glitz, while the Doctor and Mel went off together as normal. Um, the plot bears resemblance to The Hobbit. That's the of Tolkien and The Lord of the Rings, by the way. With stealing treasure from a dragon on the mountain, Sylvester McCoy would later play Radagast Brown in a film adaptation. By the way, I have all the Blu-rays of the three movies of The Hobbit and then the three movies of Lord of the Rings, and I have all the books of Tolkien. By the way, so I'm a Tolkien lover, and actually, I'm a member of a Tolkien society here in this country. Um, so this Doctor Who is not the only is my first love, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Uh, okay. That are the story notes. Yeah, the most important story notes. Okay. Now the continuity, the context. The continuity and the context of this whole story. In the places in all the stories there are. Um, Third thing, the Doctor again encounters Sebulon Glitz in the mysterious planet and the ultimate foe. That is in the Sixth Doctor story, Trial of a Time Lord. Ace. The second thing is Ace was brought to Iceworld via a time storm for reasons she would later discover in the Seventh Doctor story, The Curse of Fenric. Third thing is, while in the Land of Fiction library, Ace would later find a fictionalized version of these events in the form of a novel entitled Dragonfire. That is in Prose Conundrum. Fourth thing is the Doctor hanging from the railing was witnessed by a splinter of Clara Aswald. That is in the TV episode The Name of the Doctor. That is the 11th Doctor. There's an 11th Doctor story. Matt Smith. Fifth thing. Unbeknownst to the Doctor, this is his second encounter with Ace in his personal timeline, as in an alternative timeline, the Sixth Doctor and Barry Brown met the Seventh Doctor and Ace from a later point in their personal timelines. However, as the Sixth Doctor lost all memory of this encounter after the proper timeline, he did not remember meeting an older version of Ace prior to arriving on Iceworld. Reference to audio, the light at the end. Sixth thing, Fenric would later take Ace back in time to Perivale in 1987 on the day that she was transported to Iceworld by the time storm in an attempt to convince her to prevent her younger self from leaving. That's a link to audio Gods and Monsters. Can find it in Big Finish, or maybe a song also for free on Spotify. I think in moments are her most Big Finish stories. Many stories of Doctor Who on Big Finish are free at the moment. Yeah, don't shoot me for that. So the audio is called God and Monsters. So listen to this story. And the seventh and last point is the blacksmith mentioned by the Doctor when describing Perivale to Mel is eventually revealed to be violent. That's in audio Gods and Monsters also. So this is very recommendable to watch to listen to this audio. So we have the audio light at the end, and we have the audio Gods and Monsters. So this highly recommended to listen to that in combination and with this story to watching this story. So there are some links to Sixth Doctor, Sebulon Glitz, Mysterious Planet, Enigmatic Foe, Curse of Fenric. In the revived era, call it new era, The Name of the Doctor. So because Claire Oswald is the Impossible Girl, in fact, is splintered through time and space, and actually knows all the incarnations of the Doctor, except for the War Doctor. But that is a thing for another live stream. Not so much to give away. Actually, watched The Name of the Doctor last week, so watch it for yourself. But I will in future I will also do the episode The Name of the Doctor. When it is, who knows? Who knows? Fourth Doctor will say, who knows? Who knows? So then, my friends, companions, Bovians, that's it. That's all there is for this story, this three-parter. Um, Rest me to say one thing I want to say about is that the combination Sylvester McCoy, Sophie Eldred, great. And yeah, I one of my favorite campaigns is Ace. It's high on the ranking list. Ace. So yeah, I'm really a fan of Ace. Um, and it's yeah, Sylvester McCoy. I wish there were more seasons with the Seven Doctor. Sylvester McCoy did a great job as Seven Doctor. Uh, Perfect. Now, what is the next is that I will do, and again I do the commercial, and then we will end this live stream. So, sci-fi and fantasy fans or other sort of fans, meet on this channel for fun chats about their beloved books, movies, series, and franchises. We also talk about food and drinks, music, and sports. And you can give your ideas also for live streams. Random Cast, we will discuss everything that involves entertainment, including movies, series, books, and music. Random Cast, we will do broadcast on non-fixed times, actually on many different times. You need to subscribe to this channel to know what time the broadcast is. Random Cast, we will have no guests or different guests. It depends. You want to join me in the live stream or panel. If you want to join me in the live stream, feel free to contact me via Discord, YouTube, and we will look what is possible. Discord is called Random Entertainment Channel Tech Doctor Who. So cheers, mate, and have lots of fun. Your host, Enigmatic Joker. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to meet you. So I see you, or I hear you next time. And for now, have a nice day. Have a nice week. Have a nice weekend for some of us. The weekend begins, or you have vacation, or I don't know. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, and remember, enjoy Doctor Who. Watch Doctor Who every day. So, I say to you, houdoe, bye bye, doei, and end of history. Bye bye.